Hello and welcome to chapter 30. So let's begin with the chapter. One who assists the ruler with the principle of Tao will not use the force of arms to conquer the world. Alright, so we begin the chapter with this talk about conquering the world and about using arms and force. Basically, this chapter focuses on ruling others and the power of military and force, and we'll see as we go on through the chapter. So, a person who assists the ruler with the principle of Tao will not use the force of arms to conquer the world. Basically, if you are in a position to provide some advice to a person of power, you should, and you wish to use the teachings of the Tao, you should always tell him that he shouldn't use force and he shouldn't go to try and conquer the world, meaning that he shouldn't go too much into his egoism and desires and be of a more tranquil nature. For such affairs will result in cause and effect. Cause and effect is one of the main principles that the universe relies upon. I have another course in which I talk about the basic Hermetic teachings, and they talk about the basic principles of the world, and one of these basic principles is the principle of cause and effect. So cause and effect is one of those main ideas that we have in our lives, and basically what they're trying to tell us is that if one chooses to use force in an excessive nature, if one chooses not to be one with the Tao, then it will result in cause and effect. And we'll see what this implies to. Wherever the armies touch the land, it is turned into a wasteland of thorns and brambles. Alright, these are small shrubs. Basically, they are telling us every time there is war, the result is a wasteland. The entire earth is being destroyed by war. After a war is fought, bad years are sure to follow. Again, they are giving us a promise, those wise teachers, they are giving us a very straightforward promise that every time there is war, surely it would be bad years to follow. So war is something that the Tao is very much against. And they already told us that if you are in a position to advise a ruler, then you always should advise him not to go in this direction of force and power. Therefore, one who follows the true nature will understand the principle of cause and effect and shall not rely upon the strength of force. Again, they are telling us straight. They are being very straightforward with us, and they are telling us very directly that if we wish to be in true nature, again, this idea of true nature that we've seen in other chapters, telling us that the Tao is actually the true nature of our existence. So if we wish to follow our true nature, we will understand the idea of cause and effect, meaning that we shouldn't rely on strength of force. By knowing the effect, thus one will not brag. By knowing the effect, thus one will not boast. By knowing the effect, thus one will not become arrogant. By knowing the effect, although, well, let's talk about these three first. So again, they use this poetic structure of repetition, and they are telling us by knowing the effect, we will know the cause. Alright, if you wish to have fruitful circumstances, you will not brag. Alright, because you understand the idea of cause and effect, one of those basic principles of our existence. By knowing the effect, you will choose not to brag, you will choose not to boast, and you will choose not to become arrogant. I've already said it 1,000 times as I read the earlier chapters. The Tao is very much against arrogance and bragging and boasting. They teach us that a true master does the work and then takes a step back and doesn't brag and doesn't boast. By knowing the effect, although one has no choice, one still abides with the principle of cause and effect and does not resolve into force. Alright, so again, they are telling us not to resolve into force because of the principle of cause and effect. When things reach their prime, they start to age and decline. Alright? Again, when this is the regular standard nature of existence, things become more and more successful, and until they reach their prime, they reach their peak, and then slowly but surely they start to age and decline. This is nature, this is the normal behavior of everything. This is the life that is diminishing and shall not reach the ultimate essence. And this is the main point in this whole chapter. They are telling us that if you choose to follow this system of bragging and boasting and being arrogant, then you will reach your prime and decline like everything else, but your life will be diminishing and you will not reach the ultimate essence. Reaching the ultimate essence is our aim in this teaching, as we've seen in earlier chapters and we'll surely see in the next ones.